Hype me up. Hype me up. All right. What's up, collective? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with you? This is Divine Eye Music, back with another general reading for my beautiful and handsome collective. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Glad to have you. Hopefully the message resonates with you and or overall is helpful in some way. All right? Shape, form, or fashion. Or you can get in it for the vibe. It's up to you. Always up to you. All right? We're going to pull a few cards, get a message out, and get about this thing. Y'all, I was looking at, what's that guy's name? I was looking at this guy on Instagram. His little girl had gave him, she was trying to have a tea party with him. And she brought him that little teacup with that spoon in it, and he gonna take a little sip out of that cup. And he was like, oh, okay, we having a little tea party. Sipped a little bit out of there. He was like, he was like, this water a little cool. Where you get this water from? She was like, huh? Where you get this water from? I got it out the toilet. Child, that man threw that water on the ground. You seen a big water spot on the ground right in front of them, right after he. And I'm laughing because my son did that to my mama once. Did it to my mama one time, bro. She was like, oh, I want me some water. I'm going to go in here and get me a glass of cold water. So he called himself trying to get his grandma a glass of water. And I guess, he wanted to be the one to do it. So next thing I know, she was like, oh, this water cold. This some good water. And I got up, I came out my room and I said, where you get water from? How you? Because at the time, I think he was like maybe 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if he got you some water, that means there's some water all over the floor somewhere, because that water jug is, you know what I'm saying, that water pitcher heavy. So I walked in the kitchen, ain't no water on the floor or nothing. Everything in the refrigerator don't look like it been touched. Don't even look like he opened the refrigerator at all. Like nothing was touched. Nothing was rearranged, nothing. So I'm walking back, up the hall and happened to walk past the bathroom and looked on the floor, seeing some water droplets on the floor. I walked on over, seeing the seat on the toilet was wet. So, like, when I walked in my mama's room to tell her, she was deep off in drinking that water, like you could hear it. Like, I'm like, damn. I ain't know if I should just tell her right while she was, taking it down. I'm like, shit ain't never a good time. So I just asked him, I'm like, where you get that water from? Come take me where you got the water from. So he took me by my hand and walked me to the bathroom. I was done. I was dead. Dead. And my mom was like, what? I said, he got that water. Got that water at the toilet. She burped and everything. I'm like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, that shit was over 20 years ago. I'm telling you, that shit's still fun. It ain't right, but I'm telling you. I was weak then, I'm weak now. I was weak when I saw that dude daughter get. Oh. Oh, man. Ooh, I'm just trying to shake this laughter now anyway, for real. That shit had me too gone. I was like, damn, the water came out the toilet. Ain't no wind to say something like, ooh, she's drinking it fast. Ooh, slow down, you're drinking it too fast for what I done found out. Like, slow down. Take it. Throw it. Child, that shit was too funny. Show me what we need to see. What does my collective need to know? Y'all, that shit was hilarious. I don't wish that on nobody. I didn't even see that coming. My son did that. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Show me what we need to see. What do we need to see? What's the message for my collective Holy Spirit angels? You got 4 months that came out. 4 months could be significant. Can only offer you the minimum. Man or woman. Could be a job, could be a person, man or woman. Next card, ex obsessing over you. They'll get over it. It'll go away. Could be seeing angel number 444. Keep going. 444 could also mean stability, hard work. You're on the right path. Practicality. Also, manifestations coming in for you. Divine protection and guidance. Angels are watching over you and supporting you on your spiritual journey. Stay connected to your higher self and the universe. So keep this in mind when you ever see, this angel number. You got angels trying to connect, communicate with you. And next card, using drugs as payment. So somebody getting something done or, is trying to make use of somebody's help by way of paying them with some drugs or whatever. Somebody may want to come back around from your past collective that can only offer you the bare minimum. They could be at a page of pentacles now. They could be at a page in the upright or the reverse. But this is somebody, that, may have taken a hit in their finances. They could be getting karma right now. This could be, their karma. Is for them to have to be down, or it's their turn. It's somebody's turn on the wheel to go through with whatever they put you through. Or whatever, the circumstances were with you, it's somebody else's now. Like somebody, is at the bottom of the wheel now. Autumn could be significant. But you do have 4 months out here. All right, so autumn can be significant. Get grounded is in reverse. So you already could be, practicing getting grounded, getting out in nature now that the weather permits. Somebody in the past was refusing to get grounded. It's too many. Give me one more on this message, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, overall energy. Give me one more. But you got an ex that's obsessing over you. So this could be an ex obsessing over your ex, or this is your ex obsessing over you. You know what I'm saying? Like your ex could have an ex obsessing over them, or they're obsessing. This person's ex is obsessing over you. So take it how it resonates. Somebody could be saying, boy, bye. Next card, last card. People can tell that I still have feelings for you. Man or woman. Only thing I'm getting out of this so far is somebody, being in a lot of regret. But they also, may be dealing with the fact that they, or somebody is under judgment when it comes to them actually, possibly wanting to take, some initiative now, accountability, but something is a day late, a dollar short. I'm here. Can only offer you the minimum. Clarify. Can only offer you the minimum. Can only offer you the minimum. That's too many. Clarify. Can only offer you the minimum. You got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Magician in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles that came out. This is new career opportunities, new beginnings, new new offers. Like when it comes to whatever it is that you're working on, and when it comes to like the things that you've been keeping close to your chest, especially when it comes to the Seven of Pentacles, like when it comes to the seeds you've planted. You know what I'm saying? And waiting for those opportunities for you to see, what comes from what you put into something. And I feel like what somebody refused to give, or Four of Pentacles held back from giving, like you being restored, from what somebody, whoever this was that couldn't, can only offer you the minimum. Like I feel like what was withheld from you, being unfair, unjust, like it's being returned to you, with this Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, security, stability, prosperity. But I feel like this also, is manifestations, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, when it comes to what somebody did not give, I don't know if somebody like trying to like do something, when it comes to getting something done, to boost their chances of, having a more stable life, what I'm saying, career, what I'm saying, or have more resources. Because I feel like somebody don't have much to really bounce back from, what I'm saying, off of, they may not have put anything back, or they may be using whatever they have, to maintain, like to stay afloat or whatever. Clarify, can only offer you the bare minimum, the minimum. Empress. Got the Eight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And this could be, you know, the fact that someone, you know, sees that they, you know, you freed yourself from, you know, whatever it was that they may have felt like they had, whatever control somebody had or thought they had, or over you, or in a situation or in a connection or a cycle or something like that, is, you know, is over. So if you got somebody blocked, you know, no communication, or somebody, you know, maybe being released, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be, you know, just, how you say it, they could be getting out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody may have 4 months left before they get out with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Like they may have been locked away. They, you know, may not have been, like somebody may not have their freedom. Like you got, you know, the Eight of Swords in reverse is about, you know, so, you know, being a survivor. Okay. Being hopeful. You know, not being weighed down by worries, especially, you know, Eight of Swords in the upright is like somebody being trapped, you know what I'm saying, feeling stuck, you know, and mainly, you know, being a prisoner in their own mind, you know what I'm saying, just because of the negative thoughts that they constantly, you know, thinking about, you know, always thinking about something in the negative. So for some of you, or somebody in particular, they may be an excess obsession over you that's getting out pretty soon. Like somebody may have, you know, got some time, you know, for using drugs as payment. Especially if they made a career out of something. Yeah. And you could have new opportunities, a new career, or something like, you know, that now. You may be doing something different now. New job, new prosperity, new stability, things like that. And this person coming home, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like they could have, you know, went through a transformation, a change, you know what I'm saying, since the last time you seen them. They could have, you know, but somebody, you know, could have 4 months, you know, left before, you know, they, you know, get this, you know, before they are released with this Eight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Give me one more. Can only offer you the minimum. So they may have to find, you know, like a new new opportunities, new career, new beginnings. Something that's gonna be new to someone. So give me one more. Can only offer you the minimum. Give me one more. Can only offer you the minimum. Got the Page of Wands in reverse and the Temperance in reverse. Like somebody, you know, was not being patient, like they did something hastily. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Yeah. Six of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's, this person had a lot of, maturing to do. Yeah. They had a lot of maturing to do. Especially with this Page of Wands in reverse with the Temperance. Like somebody did something, being real hasty and impatient, you know what I'm saying, instead of, waiting to find a better solution to things. And it's like, somebody ended up, letting, whatever ways they were using to heal, going about, their own way of self healing. You know what I'm saying? And putting themselves in bad situations, especially, when it comes to them not, having any self control, self discipline, you know what I'm saying? And being reckless, when they make decisions, not knowing and not considering the consequences or not giving a fuck about the consequences. And somebody paid dearly. I feel like, now they, having to deal with, how mentally somebody was stuck in the past. Like when somebody, still felt like, they had it, to, still, sell drugs, you know what I'm saying, or get, an extra side hustle, and that being that, or them going back to doing that, it's like somebody stuck in the past of thinking they still got it to do. You know what I'm saying? Like some things outgrow you. They ain't gonna wait for you to outgrow it. It'll outgrow you, and you'll know it outgrew you because it'll not work for you like it used to. It'll, find you, in you'll have more issues dealing with it when you get back into it than you did when you first got into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know it has outgrown you. It's time to move on to something else, bigger, better things. You know what I'm saying? Find out what else, you can creatively find yourself, in love with, and actually grow from and prosper from, instead of going back through things from your past that really just, come with its own set of consequences like everything else, but not something that you really be somebody wasn't even ready to even go through. You know what I'm saying? Like when you settle, you're like, man, I already know this. All I know how to do. That kind of thing. Like that's the worst attitude to have. What's the Page of Wands in reverse with the Temperance in reverse? Now you got the Death in reverse. I mean, you got the Death and you got the Two of Pentacles. Like I said, somebody got to find some type of balance and prioritize. When it comes to what they doing for money, they could be juggling. They could have been juggling what they need to do or figuring out what they need to put energy into, their time into, time management, prioritizing. But it's about, putting an end to, them not giving a damn no more. You know what I'm saying? And doing something, out of consideration of, their life, you know what I'm saying? And other people that are hurt, you know what I'm saying, by their absence, by their choices, by their recklessness. So it's like this person was not even connecting with the universe, let alone their spirit team. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have to, feel like you lost in the sauce and ain't got no protection in the world, and you just out here alone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say alone because God is always with us. You know what I'm saying? But when you get so far off your path and you start to feel like you done went astray, and you done went too far, it's time to stop. Don't keep going and feeling like, well, I'm just gonna do this one time. Some people don't live past that one time, that one last time. So You may not, and you may have to spend, a good countless amount of time thinking about, the fact that, how many times people say, man, I should have just went home. I sure was in the middle of turning around, going back home, man, I should have did that. And that's all I think about now is, where I would have been if I would have went home. You know what I'm saying? If I would have, not lied to my girl and just took my ass on and went where I said I was going to go, it probably would have turned out a whole lot different than what happened. You get what I'm saying? So, you got the Two of Pentacles out here, like somebody juggling, their income and stuff like that. Plus, they already see that maybe in a new career right now, being, stable, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is you're doing, it may be something that's beginning, that you just gotten into or is coming. Okay. But at this point, it's like somebody barely, is getting by because they went a route that they needed to put an end to, like because they went a route that really was supposed to just be for a small time, you know what I'm saying, a short time. And I feel like it wasn't, realistic goals, but it was something that somebody did hastily, recklessly, and now they, having to put an end to one of these things, and they juggling which one they need to put an end to. Like there's a death here. Clarify this death. Somebody going through a transformation, there's a change here. But then it's also, about releasing excess. Getting rid of things that no longer suit your higher self, that's not beneficial to, your growth as a person. And they having to put an end to, and it also, is them being responsible, caring, giving a fuck, their heart chakra, being activated now. Because now, it's about whether they care if something works out or it don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't, being reckless and making decisions ain't going to work no more. Because they, can only work with what they work with, and they going to have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? What's the death? Clarify the death. Somebody got 4 months. If they have 4 months left before being released. What's the death? Somebody had to put an end to what they usually do or used to do, as a side hustle or something like that. Find them something else to do. What's the death? Clarify the death. Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups. Like somebody want to follow their heart now. Somebody coming off as like a hopeless romantic, charming, stuff like that. Got the Wheel of Fortune now. Piscean energy with the Eight of Pentacles. King of Cups. Three of Pentacles. So they could be, the wheel could be turning for them. It may be a slow pace. Things may be turning around for this person, because they, working, focusing on themselves, you know what I'm saying? Putting in, and maybe staying distracted and focused on work. Or they see that you, have done a lot of changing too. Yeah. Because I feel like they want some type of forgiveness or something like that. Clarify an ex obsessing over you. Clarify. Who is this ex that's obsessing over the collective? Or who is this ex obsessing over? Clarify. How is this ex obsessing over you? Somebody wants some forgiveness, like and I feel like this person, is thinking about your kindness or something like that, or it's something that somebody, they having to save, or somebody, is using whatever time they have now to kind of like save money. Or this person, breadcrumbs you or held back, when it came to them using, you know, uh, negative things, to base their decision off of, or materialistic things, because this is like a need for control or the fear of change. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to take that leap of faith to see, if they do give to something, what can come from it, but also using that interest that you have in them as a way to control you still being around without them having to keep giving as much, because this person maybe can only offer you the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like they may have been juggling, their finances, or they may have been juggling, you know, options, finances, and some other things, ideas that they were trying to figure out, like how to boost, whatever it is that they did have. You know what I'm saying? Or like trying to expand it. But you got the King of Cups that came out. So this King of Cups, could be a Pisces. Don't have to be. Could be any water sign. They could have fire in their chart, or someone could be an Aquarius dealing with a Pisces. Or there's an Aquarius with fire in their chart, you're dealing with a water sign. Clarify the King of Cups. Ex obsessing over you. Clarify this ex obsessing over you. What's that? Clarify the ex obsessing over you. Yeah. So you done close out this cycle. You know what I'm saying? Something is over. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's something that's over. Like this is a cycle that done closed out. And this could have ended over betrayal. It could have been something that, that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It may have been like the ending of a cycle between you and this person, or that may have been the ending of a karmic cycle, for you, as walking away from this person or ending out things with this whoever this King of Cups is, man or woman. What's the King of Cups with the Ten of Swords? Yeah, the Four of Swords. Like you went after your peace. You know what I'm saying? When it came to, you finding balance, recuperating, relaxing, rest. Could be healing right now. You got the World at the bottom of the deck with the Nine of Pentacles. You could be protecting your peace right now too, especially after ending out this cycle. Could be getting back into traveling now, getting out more. Closing out cycles, so that you can move on to something new. Especially, being self-efficient. You couldn't, you may not be accepting any offers right now. Just focusing on yourself, ascending. With this Eight of Pentacles out here. What's the Four of Swords? Could be protecting your peace from someone that got secrets. With this High Priestess in reverse, Piscean energy. Somebody got secrets. Got the Star in reverse. Yeah. Okay. So this ex that's obsessing over you, whoever this King of Cups is that's obsessing over you, they have ended out a cycle. You know what I'm saying? There's a cycle between you and this person that ended out, but there's a cycle that they ended out as well. I feel like you've ended out a cycle with this person. Okay. You choosing your peace, but there's, no communication. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could be recuperating, like I said. But this person X is also obsessing over you. They're obsessing over you. I feel like your person and they ex is obsessing over you. But for some of you or somebody in particular, it's your person, man or woman. Like somebody's person is obsessing over them. But it's because they, got secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got, they blocked. Their intuition is blocked. So they don't know if you know um, what they didn't tell you, especially, with the star in the verse at the bottom of the deck. Like, yeah. Especially if this King of Cups have been dealing with, somebody that they didn't tell you about. Yeah. Somebody was dealing with somebody they wasn't telling you about. And somebody wants your forgiveness, for causing this betrayal. But I also feel like I said, you protecting your peace because you feel like as though somebody, got secrets. There's some things that they don't want to reveal or, don't want to um like somebody want to keep silent about, like they're not telling or, not ready to reveal. Um and it's also about someone really taking something on the top and running with it, like somebody taking what they see, from a distance and running with it, going by just what they see on the surface. You know what I'm saying? If you make somebody believe you don't know, they ran off thinking you didn't know, but you really did. It's like somebody accepting the fact that and I feel like that's this star in reverse. Like you may have come off to this person like you didn't know what their secrets were, but you did. You just didn't reveal something to them about their betrayal. And I feel like if this is not them with you, this is them with their ex. This is an ex that's dealing with somebody from their past that they, have. That's a thing of the past for them now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm getting two different scenarios here because it's like somebody they, got involved with was a high priestess in reverse. Or there's a Piscean energy out here that, had a water sign that was not seeing clearly. And they had secrets. Like somebody had some things or they had some distrust about themselves. Like somebody didn't trust, other people because they didn't trust themselves. Like somebody ain't to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? And this is like somebody that, be making moves behind your back, you know what I'm saying? And keeping secrets, but keeping tabs on you at the same time. So there's a King of Cups that could have been dealing with somebody that's promiscuous, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they watching this King of Cups. Like somebody from their past is watching them while they watching you. Because somebody got secrets, like they got other, yeah. And this is a lot of, things that is like insecurities, on somebody else's behalf. So it's like, somebody don't have no self-trust. Like nobody, when I say, when it comes to being faithful, and I know it's a lot of people in my collective that are, right? But when you know you to be the faithful kind, you'll be by yourself before you live a lie with somebody that ain't doing you right, or ain't planning on doing you right no time soon, ain't trying to make any kind of changes, regarding with anything you done brought up or made some type of brought to awareness to them, brought something to their knowledge, and they ain't showing you nothing, ain't apologized genuinely or nothing about that kind of shit. Is like I'm saying, when you can be the person that you say you are. You ain't just trying to be that way to get the person. You just are. Whether you with that person or you with somebody or not, you just are. You loyal to yourself. some people are loyal to a fault. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't want to see, the time you done spent with somebody, not go somewhere because you were genuine in the time you spent with them. But you can't make them be the person, that you are at that time because they have to see that way. And there ain't no telling what it's going to take for them to see you the way you see them. You know what I'm saying? The opposite sex always think differently and they have a different language, all together. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to be balanced in your feminine and masculine energy, period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because at the end of the day, you can, be this way, and identify as this. But when it push come to shove, if your safety or or you get threatened in some way and you got to defend yourself, that real you gonna come out. Period. That's just period. That protectiveness, that stand your ground type of shit, that defensiveness that you got or had is still there. It ain't going nowhere. If you was bodied and rotted before, yeah, you still like that. I don't give a damn what you put on or take off. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it's like, this ex obsessing over you, it's like somebody connected to your person. So if your ex, this King of Cups, is obsessing over you, they person is too. And they person is somebody, that got their own little secrets and stuff like that. And they could have, gotten involved with this person and kept you a secret from this person. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if they obsessing over you, they wondering if this person gonna come back around to you, or they wondering about, what's going on with you because they don't want to be left out of, not knowing. It's like however you get them is how you lose them. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody got this person playing unfair and, not like it was a shady, competition or something like that, silent competition, or, the fact that somebody was competing for somebody that needed to, be worked on anyway, like somebody needed to go through a transformation anyway. But at this point, it's like somebody not listening to their intuition. Like it's just like no self-love. With this star in reverse, this is somebody that, don't, it's like they done lost that direction, like they in a lot of despair. Especially if they don't know and can't see what's going on. They don't know what you know about what's going on with them. Or they don't know if you know what's going on, behind the scenes, because they can't see. Somebody is blocked, their intuition blocked. And that's because somebody's focusing on negative shit. As long as they stay in the negative, as long as their intentions ain't pure, and what they want to see is a reason, they want to see something because they want to manipulate it or stop it or something like that. And this is why, they the star in reverse. This is why this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this is why they the high priestess in reverse. This is why they blocked. You know what I'm saying? This is, somebody that thinks negatively all the time, but this is also somebody that can't be trusted. They got a lot of secrets. And they using drugs as payment. You know what I'm saying? So, clarify using drugs as payment. Clarify using drugs as payment. Who is this using drugs as payment? What is this payment for? Clarify using drugs as payment. What are they using drugs as payment for? Using drugs as payment for what? You got the Eight of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Got the Eight of Wands that came out, so it's like it's some type of change that's happening. And it could be involving them traveling. Like somebody could be using drugs to pay somebody to like get them somewhere fast. I'm hearing news, you know, what is it, bad news travels fast. That's what I'm hearing. Bad news travels fast. Using drugs as payment for what? What are they using drugs as payment for? But Eight of Wands also talks about travel, air travel at that. So using drugs as payment for what? Oh, spirit angels. Yeah, now you got the Four of Wands in reverse. Aries energy with the Hangman at the bottom of the deck and the upright. Like somebody could be using this as a way to like secure a space or something like that to hold down a spot. Like they may be staying with somebody. Four of Wands in reverse. It came out like somebody could be staying with somebody and they're using drugs as a way to like pay for their room and board or something like that. Especially if somebody got, so much time left, um, or this is like somebody like trying to save, some type of marriage, or they may be having some, divorce or family, disputes or something like that in this home. And it's like maybe somebody using drugs as a way, to be able to stay. Yeah. Because somebody may have, opened the door for the wrong person. Like somebody may have invited somebody in that now it's like they can't get rid of them. Or it's like they dealing with somebody that, they want to take some fast change, or they want to do something, fast and, travel, or they want to get away or something like that. And somebody using drugs as a way to like make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like make a change. Um, Especially if they trying to, walk away from this broken home, a family, a marriage, or something like that. Because there's some problems here. It's an imbalance, where they at. What's the Eight of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse? What's the Eight of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse? The, high, the Hierophant with the Three of Cups in reverse. At the bottom of the deck. Like the authorities could be getting involved or something like that. Yeah, somebody don't want to take responsibility for something that they did. They could have, um, It's like somebody needed to take some kind of swift action or something like that, make a change, or like somebody needed somebody to, you know how somebody needs somebody to get away, or they need somebody to like take them somewhere or something like that. Um, and it's like somebody, wanting somebody, to, I don't know, if somebody brought somebody home. It's like somebody, something happened pretty fast. Like somebody traveled, somebody could have traveled somewhere, or like somebody paid for some type of travel somewhere to bring somebody, toward them or something like that. And it's like something is going on in this home where the authorities is getting called the Hierophant out here. And you got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse with the Justice in reverse. So it's like, some type of um scandal, done got involved, like some type of betrayal, deception, like somebody got caught up in like a third party situation, like something, then cause somebody to end up listening to or the ideology, or there's like an authority figure or somebody of authority then got involved, when it comes to like whatever somebody was trying to, or whatever this is that didn't happen. Because I feel like somebody done ended up, realizing, the people that they be around is not who they think they are. Like somebody is not, to be trusted. Because there's an injustice here. This is like somebody that don't want to use or don't want to be fair in a situation, and they not, there could be some legal complications going on. It's like somebody trying to get the authorities like some drugs to get out of a situation. They may not have known that they were dealing with somebody that was undercover or something like that, or they didn't know that they were, yeah, or they didn't know that they were being watched or something like that, or they got involved with somebody that they didn't know was an authority figure. Because I feel like somebody set somebody up. Because with this Eight of Wands and this Four of Wands in reverse, it's like somebody, saying they got to make some swift change. Like, man, I got to do something. You got to think fast. You know what I'm saying? Got to take some quick action. So it's like people moving in, or like somebody like coming towards somebody real fast. And this could be a drug bust. This could be, something that somebody ended up, trying to give them, something to keep them from making an arrest, or keep them, from actually pressing charges. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. Because it's like somebody saying, man, this ain't right. This ain't fair. Or something like this. Like, something could be, yeah. Even if somebody wanted another person out, it's like, some people have gotten involved, and it's like, it's they way or the highway. What's the Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant? Clarify the Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. What's the Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Like something, you got the devil at the bottom of the deck. the Queen of Swords in reverse behind that. But yeah, you got somebody that's really, there's some big changes. Like it's like somebody, got a lot of determination and dealing with like some, trying to seize this moment, like this opportunity. Like somebody coming in, ready to lay down the law, like say, what something is. And it's like with the devil out here, it's like somebody knowing they have, this way of life, this way of living, especially when it comes to them, feeling there's no, how you get involved with somebody and they mouth makes something worse. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got somebody in the car with you and you get pulled over and like the passenger doing more talking than you and you like, man, be quiet. Because it could take something that look like, you can get a warning and possibly, go on about your business, can go from that to, can y'all both step out the car? You like, damn. It's something like that. Because it's like now, somebody wants to, like somebody want to see some type of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like make some type of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could even, even if somebody got in, just say, for instance, using this as an example, say somebody got incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? 4 months is out here. They could have 4 months, It's like somebody got caught up, either in the justice system, because they maybe gave, an officer or authority or something like that, some money, based on, whatever it was that they wanted to get done, you know what I'm saying, or whatever action that they needed them to do or take. It's like they wanted to pay them with, with drugs. It's like somebody being, incarcerated and they, saying, I got something going on, or I'm trying to get home, or something I don't want to, deal with, or something like that. It's like somebody, not wanting to, because I feel like, if this person don't, let's just say they, risking a chance on not coming home, right? And it's like somebody may be using, drugs as a form of payment, to try to get this person to like do something for them, you know what I'm saying, out of some swift determination, like they determined to get something, done, or get, see some type of change, you know what I'm saying, happen. And it's like, them wanting to pay somebody, to make something go away. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's problems in this home or something like that. It's like, and it could just be the fact that somebody, ended up where they at because of some things that, went on in the home where they had some family disputes, dysfunction at, you know what I'm saying? And authorities could have got involved. And it's like, this person, is offering to give somebody, some drugs as payment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you this, I give you this whole whatever, man. I just need to take off. I don't need this being something that keep me from, going here, getting there, or something like that. Hmm. What's this Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant? Give me one more. Clarify the Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. Four of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. That's how the 4 of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant. The 7 of Wands. And you got the King of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Hmm. I feel like somebody trying to keep a home by way of, giving whoever owned this home, at drugs as payment. And this could be like a connection that's ending. It may have failed. This could be, somebody may have left somebody in a home and they got, let's just, somebody could have went, to jail. Like somebody could have went and, because you got the Hierophant out here, so somebody could have went to jail. Earlier you had the 8 of Swords, in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So somebody could be, like I said, got 4 months, left before they're actually free. Well, 4 months can be significant. It may be a 4-month period before somebody's free, to go and come as they please or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Before they have some freedom. So they could be going through a divorce. With this 4 of Wands in reverse, and some authorities could be, have gotten involved because somebody, basically trying to use drugs as a way, to pay, whatever it is that they know somebody else is not going to be able to take action on anymore because it is divorce, because it is, the problems in this home or this family, that's going on, right? But it's like somebody, determined, to take their ass on. Like they determined not to let this be something that keep them stuck, and they stand in their ground. This is, at this point, they may have been, dealing with somebody that, is very disrespectful, very impulsive, domineering, King of Wands in reverse, man or woman, okay? It could be a feminine and masculine energy, but at this point, it's like, somebody actually being very problematic, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of forcefulness, domineering energy, like somebody being, trying to throw their weight around, you know what I'm saying? Like they want to be the authority figure, they want to be the leader, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody wants the upper hand, but they don't have it. So at this point, it's like, having to listen to outside influences and stuff like that, or authorities having to get involved and, say, what it is and what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be this, it's going to be that. And I feel like, this whoever this is, they stand in their ground. And somebody could be using, an authority figure, to, do something for them, and they're using drugs as payment. Like they could be trying to get, a crooked cop or somebody, to go after somebody, you know what I'm saying, because they shit is falling apart. You know what I'm saying? They going through a divorce, they losing a home, whatever the case may be. And it's like somebody wanting to put this person, get somebody, like get the authorities involved in something to like cause some type of swift change. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of determination, like to, make some changes or whatever this, when it comes to their ambition. They gonna love me for my ambition. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody want to get the authorities and got involved in this home or this, this divorce or this marriage or whatever the case may be with these problems. But it's like somebody standing their ground. They very defensive, got their guard up, or they knowing they going to have to stand up for what they know to be right, or they know you going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody knows that they, focus. They, got a lot of focused effort with this Knight of Swords. Like somebody coming in hot, like they need to, they got something they want to say, or there's something that they want to reveal. What's this Knight of Swords about? What's the Knight of Swords about? Like somebody is not, taking no for an answer. I feel like if somebody trying to keep another person from moving forward or something like that, like they not going for it. Like somebody not doing it. I feel like somebody not doing that. Like even if, a past person's ex is obsessing over you because they feel like whatever's changing for them, is your fault or something like that. Or an ex is obsessing over you because they're in a situation now where they have to rid themselves of somebody that is determined to keep them in a past version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? If they knew this person be a big time dope boy, they don't want them to change. What's the Knight of Swords? Like they don't want them to change. Somebody wants somebody to keep being the dope boy, the plug or whatever. Like get the fuck on. Like what's this Knight of Swords about? Eight of Pentacles. Like somebody is determined. Like there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of effort, that somebody putting into whatever it is that they trying to accomplish. With the Magician in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, five of wands at the bottom of the deck behind this Magician in reverse. Page of Pentacles. Like somebody don't want another person to succeed. I feel like, they don't want this person to, like somebody on the trickery, the fuckery, you know what I'm saying? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody working hard to keep another person stuck, bound, when it comes to them being able to make some type of progress, especially financially. Like somebody, it's like put them in a situation where they got to use money to get out of this. They got to use money to get out of that. And they ain't got no more money, so it's like somebody using drugs as a way of payment. But they determined to make somebody spend their money up so they could only give you, the minimum. Because like somebody determined to keep them, broke for, it's like somebody saying, you divorce me, you leave me, I'm going to take you for everything you got. I'm going to make sure, you go to, you know what I'm saying, the jail even, so that you ain't able to be with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially that person, you be able to get them the life I'm supposed to have. Something like that. I'm telling you, this is what I'm getting. Because like they know this, they, pulling out all the stops, when it comes to this trickery, this fuckery with this Magician in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And then you got the five of wands. Somebody want, to compromise, you know what I'm saying? Resolve some type of dispute, you know what I'm saying? And they could want to resolve things with this person and kind of some type of compromise with them, at this Page of Pentacles, but it's like, or they want to somebody want to compromise, or they, because they see, you as somebody faithful, or they coming in as a page, you know what I'm saying? But they coming in as faithful, you know what I'm saying? Or they see you this way, goal oriented, things like that. Right behind this Page of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Or somebody see you ascended, like it ain't nothing, you know, they can, keep you from achieving, when it comes to your manifestation. Like somebody else's shit is blocked, you know what I'm saying? Because you mastered yourself. So if somebody trying to manifest, offer you or manifest you back in, it's like, with their intentions and their thoughts being in the negative, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like somebody doing this because they don't want this person to, like somebody wants to compromise, but it's like, somebody trying to avoid conflict. Even if it's a divorce, it's like somebody trying to avoid conflict. Like if it's a home breaking up, they're trying to avoid confrontation, conflict, fights, and stuff like that. Or they're trying to avoid arguments and things. And this person could have addictions. Whoever this is that, this ex that's obsessing over you, or they're obsessing over you and your person. Because this person is like, yeah. And take it how it resonate. It could be a same-sex situation as well. So take it how it resonate. But it's like somebody feel like, if somebody else can't have this person, nobody else will. And they don't want them to have, anything to survive off of either. Even if they standing up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing of, somebody not able to manifest because they thoughts are on the negative. Their intentions is not pure. Somebody wants some kind of peace. Clarify this High Priestess in reverse. What's the High Priestess in reverse? It's success over you. Give me one more on this High Priestess in reverse. What's this High Priestess in reverse about? Seven of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and you got the Hangman. Whoever this is that's obsessing over you, this King of Cups, they may have, their intuition may have been blocked in the past. It's not now. With this Hangman out here, like somebody, they, whatever they were not seeing or not trusting or whatever it was they were blocked from seeing, they see it now. Like somebody getting clarity, about, their purpose. With a Queen of Cups that they left out in the cold because they were listening to, outside people and not having any self-control or discipline, you know what I'm saying? And now somebody wants some type of hope of, things returning from the past, like hope and happiness, returning. Like somebody want to restore something that was damaged, you know what I'm saying? Restore something that was lost, or damaged. Whether they damaged it or whether, it's, two-parted situation, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to take their own responsibility in these cycles. So at this point, it's like, your ex may be obsessing over you, but it's not because they are not learning their lessons or they not seeing, what they need to see now. Give me one more on this Hierophant. Using drugs as payment. Give me one more on the Hierophant. Because somebody could have paid, like, somebody to do some type of spell work or something like that. Or somebody high ranking, in this group or in a group of people when it comes to them wanting to make some type of swift change. Or wanting, like, things to turn, go in their favor. Or, like, trying to reverse something real quick to keep something from ending for them or something like that. What's this Hierophant? Give me one more on the Hierophant. Yeah. Six of Swords in the reverse. With the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. See, somebody's stuck in the past. And it's like whatever it is that somebody used to returning to, it's like somebody don't want to let go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody used to dealing with somebody that come back and forth. They in and out and off and on with each other. Somebody using drugs as paper to keep somebody stuck in the past with them because they don't want them to change. They don't want them to, let go, and they have to, find their own way. And I feel like somebody used to someone having their heart closed off to other people, or wanting somebody to, wanting somebody, to go back to how they were. You know how some people say, man, it was easy to deal with them when they, were in their south node, or they were, low vibrational, when they, that old version of them, man, when I first met them, shit, if I can go back to them being like that, shit, it'd be easy to get back up with them. But now, they done 8 of Pentacles, they done ascended, you know what I'm saying? They done mastered themselves, so I can't just come back to them the way I want to, I'm gonna have to come back to them the right way, because, they not selling for nothing less. And whatever it is, people can tell, that person, still got feelings for you. Even if they trying to focus on work. Somebody could have been wanting somebody to use, drugs as a way, to make their money. But I feel like somebody trying to keep a home or keep something together by way of like paying somebody to get involved, or paying somebody, to take some action, towards somebody else in order to stop something. Especially if they got addictions, it's like, wanting to get them this or trying to get them that as a way to like keep them from going after you, or throwing you under the bus for, what it is you do, or whatever it is you done got involved in. If it's something from the past, it's like trying to get them something to keep, quiet about something. Because it's like somebody want to get somebody caught up in something, or they did. Like somebody could have got somebody to come back around and deal with them, and like trying to get them to come back around to their home or something like that. I'm telling you, something was a setup. So take it how it resonate. Like it's like I'm getting more than one thing off of that, off this using drugs as payment. Like, cause somebody, especially like with this 4 of Wands with that Hierophant, it's like somebody, going through some issues, but it's like outside people done got involved, you know what I'm saying, with what's being said. And it's like somebody feeling like if I, take care of somebody's addictions, you know what I'm saying? They can just take off, and seize this opportunity, but it's like, no. I'm also getting somebody using drugs as a way to pay, somebody in a group of people that's like, say you got a lot of practitioners, you know what I'm saying? Somebody want to pay somebody to be stuck in the past so they can sees this opportunity with somebody that done ascended. Mm-hmm. But I also, like I said, I'm getting somebody that paid somebody. Whoever this hierophant is, like I said, it could be an authority figure. It could be somebody that's, in a community of people. They all do the same thing. I'm saying, like I said, it could be a group of practitioners. It could be a dark friend group or whatever organization. But it's like, somebody using drugs as a way to pay these people or this person, to keep somebody stuck. Returning the trouble, what I'm saying, going back to people in their past or going back to that past version of themselves. Especially if this is an ending, like for somebody when it comes to this 4 wands reverse, like a divorce, a home breaking up. It's an unhappy home here, so it's like you see somebody wanting to seize this opportunity, to make a change. They determined. But you ascended, you know what I'm saying? You done mastered yourself. Clarify, people can tell that I still have feelings for you. Clarify, who is this? People can tell. Damn, 2 of Cups. You got the Fool at the bottom of the deck, yeah. People can tell that I still have feelings for you. People can tell that I still have feelings for you. Clarify. People can tell I still have feelings for you with the 2 of Cups. What's that? Yeah. They could be in hermit right now, but they, may feel or felt like, they did too much and they gave you, they had no choice but to let go or let you go. You know what I'm saying? But they still may be, you know, they still got feelings for you. They still feel like some type of, pull, attraction to you. Um, yeah. What's the 2 of Cups with the 8 of Cups? Clarify the 2 of Cups with the 8 of Cups. I can tell I still have feelings for you. What's the 2 of Cups with the 8 of Cups? Yeah, 8 of Swords in reverse. Gemini energy. With the devil at the bottom of the deck, child. But they know they got some addictions, or they know they got some, ways about them, outdated beliefs, you know what I'm saying? They know they got like ideology, they got a way of life that, they're gonna have to make some changes to, or they know they got some things that they need to change and work on. They know what their issues are. You know what I'm saying? They under judgment, so they know what it is. They being made aware. Yeah. They're releasing themselves from all these negative thoughts, feelings, or whatever. They could be releasing these, the worries, or, if they feeling like, they may never talk to you again or something like that, whatever negative thoughts that they may have had or whatever was keeping them trapped or they were in fear of when they came to it. Like whenever this cycle ended, Ten of Swords, like something, may have caused them at that point to be blocked. It's like, boy, bye, we ain't got time. But this person knowing that, they have to let you go, but there's a part of them, and that people still see that they still care, like somebody still, got feelings for you. Yeah. They may have, released themselves, um, finally letting go. They may have, had giving you no other choice, or may have felt like, they were running from their problems. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now, somebody wanting to like face their fears. You know what I'm saying? Not allowing their fears to keep them, from moving or talking or something like that. Or if they gotta let go, being able to let go, because I feel like they know what their issues are. They know what the problems were, but it's also them, regaining awareness. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the things that they know led to this. It's like somebody feel like, they still feel this attraction, to you. This could be a divine union. With the Empress out here. Because something is magnetic. Who was that girl that sang that song? You ain't gotta play games with me. It's automatic. It's automatic. That song automatic. I don't know who sang it, but I don't own the copyrights to it. But I think the girl is cute. She's really cute. But the song is called Automatic, is what I'm hearing. What's the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse? What's the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse? Shit, Ten of Cups. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a collaboration here for somebody. And for somebody in particular, a past person could see, they could still have some type of attraction, this magnetic pull to you. They may have given you no other, options, or they may have felt like, the only option they had was to walk away, run away, not face, whatever the issues were at the time. And even though you may have had this person blocked, no communication, no contact or something like that, or they felt trapped or stuck, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be, like I said, they could be getting released, from something, or they, they being freed from something, that may have kept them feeling trapped or stuck, you know what I'm saying, in a cycle or situation. They could have went to jail, whatever, take it how it resonates. But it's like, with this Ten of Cups out here, it's like someone knowing that when it comes to you possibly moving on, or maybe you made it to your Ten of Cups, you're happy, doing your thing. You could be working with somebody now. You could be doing what you love, traveling, things like that. And this person, may still be looking at the fact that they care. They still have feelings for you. And this person could still, see themselves with you. But they could, literally be an Emperor in reverse now. You know what I'm saying? They may have a lot, of work to do on themselves. But you got 444 out here, and you got 4 months out here. So 4 can be significant. Could be in your 4th house. You can have life path 4, but keep going. You know what I'm saying? Whether this is for you or your past person, like keep going. 4 also talks about stability. 4 talks about hard work, being on the right path. 4 also talks about practicality. You know what I'm saying? So manifestations are coming in for you, so keep your thoughts positive. That's why this Eight of Swords is in reverse, like releasing fear, releasing worry. You know what I'm saying? Things that you may be keeping negative thoughts, too. So somebody's releasing, their fears and their thoughts, like that to the universe to transmute to something positive. Ten of Cups. So divine protection and guidance is also here with you. So keep your thoughts positive. You know what I'm saying? The angels are watching over you and supporting you on your spiritual journey. Stay connected to your higher self and the universe. All right? So I'm going to end it here. As always, you guys are staying grounded. It's out here. So if somebody in the past didn't know, or, was refusing to, actually take that initiative, I feel like somebody's new on their spiritual journey. Could be a person, but at the end of the day, like, they getting the message. Like, somebody's learning, to take it one day at a time, you know what I'm saying? And slow and steady wins the race. So You know, there's a collaboration out here, but I feel like, you know, this Emperor in reverse, you know, may change, you know, in 4 months. This person may not be an Emperor in reverse. You know what I'm saying? But there's some lessons that need to be learned, some experiences that need to be gained. You know what I'm saying? That need to happen. So 4 months, like I said, could be of significance. Autumn is also significant. Someone's name can be Autumn. But I'm going to end it here, you guys. Make sure you keep your vibration high. And as always, hit that like, that subscribe button for your girl on your way out. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.